So I'm just listening to Perps. They know that I I I'm never going to subscribe to these things. You see this little girl there? They've done nasty things to that, but to that picture, right? Making me imagine, and they do these disturbing things. And before that, maybe in December, I talked about it many times before. If you hear my testimony, you're gonna hear the same things they've done to me. And you see the pattern, obviously, that they forced me to experience things in disgusting ways. They're making me think again during when I was going out of the country. I was at the airport like in December or so, and made me see this baby, this little toddler, like maybe 3-year-old, just running, adorable little girl. But they were trying to make me look at this kid in a sexual way, making me think of this little girl's butt in this disgusting ways, right? And try to make me accept these things and try to say that we're connected to you when you were a child, and giving me these disturbing feelings. It's just disturbing. Something that's like adorable, whatever, now it's turning into something disgusting, like almost sexual. It's so nasty, and try to get you to think that this is how you saw things when you were a kid, right? And this is the things they make you experience. This is how they make you experience things. So just like this kid, this is the same disturbing things. I've talked about it. It's always like that. Maybe the baby was younger than this baby, but the same type of things. It's disgusting. You hear this try to. It's funny in my mind. They try to even change the proportion of this kid's butt. This little baby. It's disgusting, and it's so nasty. And that as a man, as an adult, I gotta say, because they do that to women too. Forcing to see kids in these ways and turning into some disturbing pedophile ways and try to get some kind of sexual reaction toward that is it's just disgusting. And I'm sorry if I speak like that. It's because as I'm saying that, they make me imagine this moment again, where they make me experience it this way. I can never be me anymore, and they try to make me have battles in my brain where I try to think at a time when this. What they're doing is basically trying to get you to think about something else and then change that into something else. There's no way I will ever experience my own feelings the same way. I will never experience my own thoughts the same ways. Everything's going to be manipulated into these disturbing pedophile ways. But they're trying to get me to accept these things. They fatigue me so I can let them go with this BS things of this is how you saw kids when you were a kid. No, this is what you're making me experience now. And I'll never be the same, because this is how now you make me experience these babies. And even saying that they try to turn the way I see these babies. I'll never see these babies as these adorable, cute kids, especially little girls. They'll always experience this nastiness of thoughts that are disturbing and disturbingly sexual. Not even disturbing, sexual. Period. It's disgusting. It's breaking. It's annoying. And they do that especially with the little girls. It's just so nasty. And they're like, oh, you see, that's you when you're a child. Like, no, I know this is what you make me experience. You've done this to others. I'm not the first, and I won't be the last one. And they want you to go into this state of mind where, no, you see, because when we do the little girls, you feel this way. It feels like you felt this way when you were a child. They force you to have these disgusting thoughts, feeling toward babies of all sorts, especially little girls. It's just disgusting. The reality is, you'll see that as, oh, look at this cute little girl running around. Cute. Now, making me look at this kid's butt in this disgusting, it's so nasty. But you gotta be strong. You gotta be strong. You gotta understand this is how my brain is now. And they're gonna do their best, right, to make you accept this. And like I said, there will be something I call theater. Theater will be the torture I'm gonna experience. Because what they want is for you to identify with this nastiness. But because beyond validations, the humiliation on their side, right, is I'm not the first to say that. Right, there's actually clear patterns that they do this pedophile type of torture. It's clear ways that they've been manipulating people in these disturbing ways, disgusting ways. I'm not the first. I'm not the last. And so, because these humiliations of these people are not incompetent. They're not stupid. They obviously can see patterns of tormenting people, right? And on top of that, they're the one implementing that, so they can see it. But on top of that, it even looks bad onto them because, okay, so you're saying that he is experiencing this thing is natural, is him when he was a kid, but these people who saying the same thing about some kind of type of tormenting is not natural. Okay, yeah. So you know what that means? We're gonna create a theater. Oh, we're gonna be tortured. Oh, you're gonna be and then you start talking about me as a kid, the damn thing I did. These same people who torture children sexually then try to make you think, okay, no, it's you when you're a kid. Remember what you did as a kid? No. This is what you do to people. You disturb people in this way. There's nothing natural about what you're doing to me. Everything is forced to think in these ways. And I'll never subscribe to it. Matter of fact, you guys are actually the pedophiles. Right? This is another humiliations. They try to be all we're cruel. You guys are torturing children. Forget about the fact that they just torture children. Remember, I keep bringing up these things they keep trying to block. Why is there so many pedophiles in these agencies? Right? These are the same agencies running this program. Why is there so many pedophiles? Is this a coincidence? And the thing is, the way these pedophiles it's like they are almost downloading sharp on the government device. So this is like too much humiliations with reality. Oh no, I remember we verify. We did no. You change people to think in these pedophilia ways. Now, what's going to happen to me now is torture. Why is that? Like I said, they wanted to paint this picture, right? They wanted to paint this picture where they are avenging. It's this perception. You are the pedophile. You are pedo. Can you imagine saying that, right? Now, when they say that, it's just something else. You are a pedophile, right? We are here to protect our little girls. And then, in the midst of them, try to paint this picture. Testimonies of little girls being tortured by this directed energy. From babies to 7-year-old, 5, 4, 3-year-old. Nasty lowlifes. It doesn't end there. Testimonies of men and women saying that they do this pedophilia type of torture. To the point that even in a survey, one of the symptoms that was mentioned on this target individual's symptom was remote pedophilia. You hear this woman, Mariana, well-spoken, actually somebody who worked with children, describing that they make her have this pedophilia type of torture, making her smell baby powder. Add to that another survey from outside saying that almost all target individuals are forced to see child porn in their mind. These people are obviously have a tactic of utilizing pedophilia to torture people. But they also torture children. So they want me to experience these things, right? They want me to experience these things and make me think that, oh no, this is you when you're a child. Oh no, it's you naturally now. We're not doing the pedophilia type of torture that almost all target individuals are experiencing, not us. Does it not feel like it's you as a child? We matched it to you as a child. You see the way you experience this perception of this little baby? Yes, it's not us, it's you. It's natural. We're not doing the pedophilia type of torture. We don't manipulate the thoughts like that. It's you. We matched it to you as a child. Oh, by the way, let me disorient you. Their ass, you're going to get raped. Their eyes, you're going to get tortured. Their you're gonna be screaming. We're gonna frame you. We're gonna fuse you. This is how they counter reality. As they force me to get the experience, they do this disgusting stimulations, not even stimulation, perception of this baby. They then tell me all the horrible things they're gonna do to me. Let me say this. I know this is the pedophilia things you do. I know this is how you make me perceive children. It's disgusting, but that's what you guys do. That's why now I look forward to take pictures of these kids that you force me to have these disturbing perceptions and put that on YouTube. Unfortunately, I didn't the moment I did not do, because I was going to show them on YouTube. Now they can create even more nasty things. But I'm going to show this kid, which is similar to what they did to me with the little baby that was younger. They did something similar. As I'm saying that, they try to do the noise campaign and try to make me nervous. They know I see them as the pedophiles. They know I see them as the lowlife. So this picture is similar, but the baby is even younger than that, where they force me to do this nasty. They force me to see this disturbing things, which they force me to experience these things in these disturbing ways. Seeing these pictures of babies in these disturbing ways, looking at kids in these disturbing ways. That is pedophilia centric. They're disgusting, and they try to bring up the things they manipulated in different ways. It's just nasty. And they tell me how they're gonna fuse me using this radiation. Yes, this is what this is all about. This is testing military grade weaponry on civilians, which include testing on children, suffocating them, which make them gasp. This trash wanted to present themselves as something else. You've seen other testimonies of even trans women saying this disgusting. They do these things with me. They wanted to escape. Now, what they like to also talk about is, what you did as a child. Listen, I'm not a child. 1. 2, children can do stupid things. I will never subscribe to. They try to make me feel like these things today and then put them in my memories. No. I didn't have these things. But I know what you guys do to children. You who do it for your girls, our girls, being radiated, fused. They want to be. They're so frustrated that I can not only say this myself, but I can listen to a testimony of a woman saying, I saw this 7-year-old suffocate. She had autism too. Directed energy. You hear that a lot. Who is working on directed energy? Not DARPA, right? Oh, guess what? They found a program manager at DARPA downloading child porn. Of course, the stuff they show today is old stuff, right? This is not currently what's happening. It took 10 years to get this information. Now, these people call me their pedos, are using directed energy, right? Which we know DARPA is working on it. Which we know the DOD fund these programs, where they found many pedophiles there. Where a man that was working there was shocked by the amount of child porn he was seeing on this employee working in these Pentagon offices. It was unbelievable. On government devices. Right? Sometimes what they do to warn me of my frame, they said, we're going to implant child porn on your computer. Now, these people have your brain, have manipulated your brain, are capable to manipulate your brain in every ways, and want you to accept these manipulations. To all my target individuals, these people are nasty lowlifes. They're disgusting lowlifes. They are disgusting pedos that force you to look at these babies in these disgusting ways. I know I'll never experience it. They try to have this battle in my brain. I gave up on giving on these battles in my brain. I can't. I will never be me again. What's the point? It's them trying to add more nastiness to me, adding more pedophilia to my thoughts, adding more disturbing things about children. So let's not even. What's the point? I'll never be me. Every time I look at a child, they'll do the perfect type of torture. If I battle this, they're gonna add more. They're disgusting. And you hear this noise campaign from honking because in my mind they try. Oh, so there was some before, and then we add it to disgusting. They just try whatever they do, whatever they can to get you to accept these manipulations. You hear your whole ecosystem try to gaslight you into accepting this. I'm saying the last thing I need to say because there will be a time where I will never be saying this again because I won't be able to. So these people, trash, contracted by the government, that work day in and day out to try to make you accept these things and how you look at these babies in these disturbing ways, which include these sexual stimulations and whatever else implant. Is just disgusting. I don't even want, and they force me to try to create these battles. Are just the bottom feeders. They call me dog, right? I'm their dog because they're going to treat me like a dog, right? And I'm saying this dog can say Roy Moore. You guys, this is another reason why the theater, which is what I'm going to call it, in which I always ask God, give me strength for the theater. The theater, it will be consisting of them trying to paint their fantasies via torture. Because the reality is they are the one that are pedophiles by the ways they do things, the way they torture children, the way they manipulate people to think, and the people who are running these programs, these agencies are filled with pedophiles. And they can't even speak about an actual pedophile who is picking up kids. Roy Moore. They tell me, oh, where are you going? They're going to be saying it clearly. I was like, where I'm going? So what's going on? Why here I cannot hear that clearly? You understand? This is reality. Reality is what they try to escape from. They will try to say, oh, it's personal now. To come up with their own little scenarios of things. So like, okay, well, stop the gimmick. The only reason why it would be personal is because you know that I'm showing you, you're seeing yourself for what you're part of. And it's personal because you don't want to see yourself that way. As somebody who's in a program that torture people, including women and children, that you do the pedophilia type of torture, and some of the people that are involved in this program, some of the people running the show are pedophiles. And I'm not subscribing to your thing. And so it's to your fantasy. So now it's personal. You will torture a child and it'll be personal. You'll torture a woman and it'll be personal. These people are delusional if they think I'm going to let them live their fantasy. They want to create a fantasy for what they're part of. No. Me, it's personal that you don't live your fantasy. That you do what you're going to do because it's going to be done regardless. But not going to your escapism. So when the torture comes, I will run toward that. You see me screaming in pain. I might even be screaming Roy Moore. But I will never let you live your fantasy. To all my target individuals, these people are disgusting. I'm saying these things knowing there'll be a time when I will not be able to say. That's why I'm dropping so many videos. And this trash that created a fantasy of all sorts, where they wanted to accept, they wanted to create this fantasy where I accept these disturbing things that they manipulate. It will never happen. But they will see me scream because I'll be in pain. They will see me cry because I'll be in pain. I might even be begging for death. I might even praying for death. But one thing for sure is like I'll never be envious or wanting of to be in their shoes, no matter how godlike things they have, their ability of what they do. Never. I will never be asking to change and trade places with these people. It's disgusting. The manipulation this technology is capable is amazing. Matter of fact, the word envious itself was a word I heard a few days before about some random things. It's something that, and I heard before, and now I'm saying it. I know this technology is that sophisticated. that you can even almost, everything this person is going to hear, is going to experience, and try to create and make yourself be sounding like a god. No, this is pure technology. It's that sophisticated. I understand. This is why you sold your soul to pedophiles. For me, I'm just asking God to be strong for this theater, because this is going to be a theater that's going to be painful for me. But it's just what it is, theater, because I'm not subscribing to these pedophilia things. And regardless of how sophisticated this weaponry is, I understand a lot more predictions are going to come, a lot more things I'm going to hear, a lot of things are going to manipulate it. I'm going to think that the whole world is just, no. I understand. Thanks to all the testimonials. Thanks to the testimonials. I know they do the pedophilia type of torture. I even know these predictive things. I know. First of all, I knew who I was in the first place, to understand it wasn't me. But now to have this validation that everything I'm experiencing, even this knowledge that the things I'm going to experience in the future, is something I might have heard today. What I'm going to hear, like even that I heard from somebody else. Unfortunately, that target individual really thought the whole world was against him. But I understand why. So to all my target individuals, do not subscribe. I will never. This disgusting perception of babies is what they've done, and they will be doing it for me for the rest of my life. This is what they do. They want you to subscribe, and they want you to kill yourself, to think that this is you. No. There is no day where I will look at a child and not get this disturbing stimulation, because this is what they're going to force me to experience. They're going to do noise campaign. They want you to no. And day in and day out, I will hear things that I've heard before. They're going to go in and pull some random things from my memories and try to say, oh, you see, we said this is true. So this manipulation is just you. We're not doing anything to you. And they're going to keep telling me how I'm going to be raped. I don't want to say the specific words in order for me to accept these things. And they're going to continue to say, no, we matched it to you as a child. They are. These people who do the pedophilia type of torture. When in reality, they do what they're supposed to do. They do the pedophilia type of torture. They force you to experience these nasty pedophilia things, these disgusting things. And there's nothing you can do about it. So to all my target individuals, stay strong and never subscribe to this.
This is a common breakdown tactic of belief systems and the human will. In no-touch torture, the techniques are more psychologically specialized for each target. Most common examples include homosexual targets that are forced with voices that are derogatory to their lifestyle and similar mental images. Almost all targets are forced to view child pornography in their minds.
On me.
It is dramatic. It's somebody trying to end my life. It's somebody trying to end who I am as a person. It's somebody trying to take over my mind, putting thoughts of pedophilia. This disgusting things. You saw where I was going with that first word. Disgusting things that I don't even want to talk about because it makes me sick. I don't even like those words in my mind. But it is what it is. So I have no choice now but to acknowledge that there are people in my surroundings or whatever they're doing. I don't know how they do it. I don't care.
The alteration of the smell sensation so that I am often made to smell various things, including smoke, burning, dirty diaper, or baby powder, which they sometimes combine with the pedophilia type of torture, including the threat of planted dreams and videos in my closed eyes. Specific foods or things like flowers, etc. the alteration of the smell sensation so that I am often made to smell various things, including smoke, burning, dirty diaper, or baby powder, which they sometimes combine with the pedophilia type of torture, including the threat of planted dreams and videos in my closed eyes.
The Inspector General of the Intelligence Community found that two officials from the National Reconnaissance Office, which oversees America's spy satellites, acknowledged viewing images of child sexual abuse during polygraph examinations. This is so disturbing. At a symposium in 2016, Daniel Payne, a top Pentagon security official, said that when workers' computers were examined, the amount of child porn I see is just unbelievable. Is this something that is happening for whatever reason with more frequency in our intelligence agencies, or is this something that is more pervasive in the general population than I originally realized? I mean, what's going on here? This is so bizarre. Remember, it's so evil.
Allie, we're told, and when I was put through recruitment into the intel community, you're put through polygraphs, you're put through a rigorous selection process. Why aren't these people weeded out? Why are so many pedophiles allowed to be given top-level security clearance? Remember, these aren't just people walking in off the street and saying, hey, can I get hired? Can I get a job? You're put through an extremely rigorous background check screening process. It's called an SSBI, single scope background investigation. There are people, they interview you, they interview your family, they interview your contacts, they go through your online footprint, they go through everything. So why is it that when they're going through these footprints, they're not checking, these digital footprints, they're not checking for so many pedophiles getting through their ranks? If it were up to me, you need to go into Congress, and Congress needs to launch a brand new church committee, number one, to talk about domestic surveillance operations, but number two, to ask the question, why are there so many pedophiles sitting behind those computer screens within the walls of Langley, within the Pentagon, and throughout the broader intelligence community?
On me. For example, they would also sometimes make her bite her hand, threatening to make me bite my hands, as they often do. One day, she had a large, severe bite mark on her arm. She has also grabbed her crotch, saying, ow, and this was used to threaten me with severe sexual torture. One day, I also observed her gasping for air a few times in the same way that I do when I am being more severely suffocated. The suffocation had been in a mild state for a while up until this point. Many of their torture methods are cyclical in severity. Right after I saw this child being suffocated, then I began to experience very extreme suffocation all day, every day, for about 2 months straight, and that's also when they made it worse when I eat. Then I also work with a 4-year-old little girl with Down syndrome, as well as her 5-year-old sister, who also has Down syndrome. I observed both of these girls suddenly grabbing their genitals in pain and verbalizing, ow. I